your boy Dan Orlovsky and Shedeur saying that there's a double standard with Baker Mayfield and Shedeur Sanders. Dan Orlovsky said, we can't praise Baker Mayfield and fall in love with Baker Mayfield because of his charisma, cockiness, his self-belief, and then kind of view it differently with Shedeur. I also loved his answer when he talked about why he threw, and he said, not at the combine, but at his own pro day. Well, there were teammates of mine that didn't get to go to the combine or didn't get invited. I knew if I threw, all those teams would come from the NFL, and his teammates would have the necessary eyes. I love every part of that answer because that's leadership. Well, Baker Mayfield was #1 pick for Cleveland, bounced around, found a home in Tampa. Is the Shedeur comparison fair? Dial it up, Errol.
Not a chance in hell. Shedeur Sanders opens his mouth way too much. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't gone anywhere. He played in a league, in a division nobody cares about. He played for, obviously, Oklahoma. And this guy was a Heisman Trophy candidate. Shedeur was never a Heisman Trophy candidate. I'm so tired of hearing Dan Orlovsky open his mouth and yap his mouth. Everything that comes out of this guy's mouth makes me want to throw up and hurl. I like that he's trying to compare the grittiness and obviously the personalities. Yeah, he had a personality. Guess what? I didn't see Shedeur run around naked around his campus and do the things that he's done, or actually go out there with a flag and stick it to another team's logo. No, he didn't do that. You know what he did? I'll tell you what he did. He went to the combine and told everybody, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. Didn't throw the ball. And then he went to his pro day and just, yaps his big friggin' mouth again. You didn't see Baker Mayfield do this. And Baker Mayfield is actually undersized. He's actually smaller than Shedeur Sanders. And he's gone out. He went to the Browns. The Browns tossed him to the ground and told him to go away. He goes to 2 different organizations before he found a home. This guy has a future in the NFL in Baker Mayfield. Shedeur will be disappearing in 3 or 4 years.
I think the comparison's actually fair. I mean, Baker Mayfield, when he came out of college, he was holding his nuts to Kansas. He was getting arrested by the cops on camera. He was doing a lot of things, maybe not opening his mouth as much, but he was just getting arrested and doing dumb shit on the field. But, I mean, the comparison of those two, Shedeur says he's good, he's the best. What's wrong with that? Don't you want a guy that's coming in confident? You want him to say, hey, I'm average. I'm below average.
Did you hear Jaden Daniels say that? Did you hear Jaden Daniels say that?
I'm sure he did.
He did not say that. He did not say that. He did not say that.
Jaden Daniels said I should have been the #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
He has said that.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't say that.
Arrogant.
No, he didn't.
That's
He says whoever didn't draft him at #1 is going to regret it. That's not
That's
arrogant.
The same thing.
That's not arrogance. Going out and saying I'm the best this, I'm the best that, I'm this, I'm that. I want to hear it.
In the draft, why wouldn't you want it?
He's not the best in the draft.
If he thinks he's the best in the draft, you want that coming in. So you want a guy that just says I'm average? Pick Cam Ward ahead of me because.
How about just go and play a football game and stop using your father as somebody to make excuses for you?
I think Baker and Shedeur could be the same type of quarterback.
No way in hell. Not a chance.
You wouldn't have said that until Baker went to Tampa and has really great receivers around him.
First of all, I loved him with the Browns. The Browns just tossed him to the side. I loved him with the Browns.
Because he wasn't. What
are you talking about? He was 1 play away from going to the AFC title game. If it wasn't for that trick play. That trick play changed everything. And he played very well, by the way.
And he was running his mouth, and he's the same type of person.
First of all, he wasn't running his mouth. His wife was running his mouth. His wife was running his mouth.
And Deion is the reason that Shedeur's getting all the hate, because Shedeur isn't the bad person. Deion coming up and saying, my son, my son, my son.
Good.
If he wasn't a Sanders, you would have been like, oh, I love this guy. He's competitive.
And it's going to be because of Shedeur, you're going to be wearing a dress and a wig.
Well, whatever.